if you have a sensitive skin, go for hypoallergenic sunscreens. Oily, acne-prone skin, go for non-comedogenic sunscreens. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl Chiamaka. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you for watching my videos. In today's video, we're talking about sunscreen, everything sunscreen. If this is what you like to know, keep on watching. First on our list, we're going to be talking about reasons why we wear sunscreen. Why do we wear sunscreen? We wear sunscreen for different purposes. One is to prevent skin cancer, two is to prevent hyperpigmentation, and three is to prevent premature aging. Nobody wants to age quickly, you know. Science has proven that the ultraviolet light contributes to the risk of developing skin cancer. We get the ultraviolet light from the sun. That does not mean the sun is not beneficial. The sun is beneficial because we also get vitamin D from the sun, which our body needs to function. In the ultraviolet light, we have the UVA, we have the UVB. When you hear B, B means burn. The ultraviolet light or the sun eats on our skin directly, like it eats on our skin more superficially. So that is why we have skin burn, which leads to hyperpigmentation. Also get vitamin D from this UVB, and it also contributes to the risk of skin cancer. The UVA penetrate deeper into our skin and contribute to skin aging. So both the UVA and the UVB contribute to the risk of developing skin cancer. You wear sunscreen to protect yourself from the UVA and UVB. Now let's talk about what a sunscreen is. Sunscreen, which is generally known as SPF, we generally call it SPF, which means skin protection factor. Sunscreen comes in lotion form and it comes in cream form, and some even comes in spray form. That it has this active ingredient that protects you from the sun when you go out. So this active ingredient protects you from the UVA rays and it protects you from the UVB rays. That is why you need to wear a sunscreen to protect you from these rays. Two main categories of sunscreen we have. Actually, we have three, but the major one we have, or people usually talk about, or we generally most use, is the mineral sunscreen and the chemical sunscreen. Chemical sunscreen absorb the ultraviolet light and convert it into heat, then dissipates it, that is, scatters it. That is what chemical sunscreen does when we apply it. Then the mineral sunscreen, what it does, it reflects ultraviolet light back to itself. Then here comes the hybrid sunscreen that is not commonly talked about. So hybrid sunscreen is a combination of both the chemical sunscreen and the mineral sunscreen. Chemical sunscreen is also known as organic sunscreen, and mineral sunscreen is also known as physical sunscreen or inorganic sunscreen or ingredient. And when you hear this name, just know that okay, this belongs to one type of sunscreen, every just on its own. So every sunscreen leaves a bit of white cast, but not as much as the mineral sunscreen, and is more gentle to use around the eyes area. This Kotogobo sunscreen is an hybrid sunscreen. Let me apply so you see. It's unfair. If it was a dark skin, there's a way it looks. You have to blend it in. So this is what it looks on my skin. This is a chemical sunscreen. This Biore is a chemical sunscreen. And Elta MD is a mineral sunscreen. I'm going to apply it so you see what it looks like because it gives white cast. Let me show you. So this is what the Elta MD. So you see, so no matter how much I blend it, I'm still going to be looking casted. That's why I don't like the mineral sunscreen. So when buying this sunscreen, it is good to go for sunscreen from 30 to 50 plus, because from 30 plus gives you 97% protection. It goes a long way in protecting your skin, 97%. And 50 plus goes a long way in protecting your skin, 98%. Another thing you should look out for, you should look for sunscreen that has PA. PA in sunscreen means the amount of UVA protection a particular sunscreen is offering you. Remember I told you that UVA is what leads to aging, premature aging, and the 50 plus is protecting you from the sun, and that is the level of the percentage of sun protection is giving you. When you see 50 plus, 30 plus, that's the level of sun protection is a particular sunscreen is giving you. But when you see PA plus plus plus, it's showing you the amount of UVA protection that sunscreen is offering you. So you have to protect yourself from both of them. None of them is safe for the skin. Make sure it's written there on the label 50 plus or 30 plus PA plus plus plus, so that it gives you both the UVA and UVB protection. And in some sunscreen, they won't write PA plus plus plus. In Ultra MD, what is written in this Ultra MD is written broad spectrum. So when you see broad spectrum, it also means it's covering both is covering both the UVA and UVB. So in this sunscreen, you're not going to see PA plus 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 because they've written broad spectrum already. So when you see broad spectrum, it's telling you that this sunscreen is offering both UVA protection and UVB protection. So sort out for product that is broad spectrum or that is written 50 plus or 30 plus PA plus plus plus, so that you know it's covering both the UVA and UVB. So you're getting both benefits for what your skin needs under the sun or to protect you from the ultraviolet light. Another thing again you should look out for when purchasing a sunscreen, unless you don't mind your face looking casted, look out for this ingredient because this ingredient gives you white cast or they make your face look casted. So ingredients like zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, silica, palleti, and polymethyl. Sorry, I cannot pronounce this one. I'm going to leave the name on the screen. So another thing you should also look out for when purchasing a sunscreen is it alcohol free and is it fragrance free? If you, especially if you have a sensitive skin type, please avoid sunscreen that has fragrance in them because they are more likely to irritate your skin. You also check if it has alcohol. Alcohol dries out the face. If you have a dry skin type, do not go for sunscreen that has alcohol in them because they're going to dry out your skin even more. Most chemical sunscreen has alcohol in them. I actually use them anyways. I don't mind, but it's actually not safe for the skin. When choosing a sunscreen, you have to choose them according to your skin type. So if you have a sensitive skin, go for hypoallergenic sunscreens. If you have an oily, acne-prone skin, go for non-comedogenic sunscreens or sunscreen that comes in gel form or that comes in gel base, like the Nivea sunscreen. It comes in gel form. I've actually reviewed it, yeah, I've actually reviewed, but I'm not using it at the moment because my dad told me one sunscreen at a time. I shouldn't be using different sunscreen because my face was getting irritated. Then, if you have a dry skin, go for sunscreen in a more moisturizing form like this one. Next up, we're going to talk about the misuse of sunscreen. I hear some people say, "Oh, the sunscreen is making me dark. Oh, the sunscreen is not working. Oh, I'm not seeing it." No, my darling. Some of us we actually misuse this sunscreen. We're not applying it well. If you have to apply your sunscreen, you should apply a three-finger rule. Three-finger rule, that is what you should apply when applying your sunscreen. It all depends on the sunscreen. Some sunscreen comes very thick. That like this one comes very thick. You can actually do a two-finger rule. Even though I usually do three-finger. This is three-finger rules. I assume this to be three-finger rules. So this should take for my neck and my face when you're applying. This is enough to take for your face and your neck. Don't manage your sunscreen because if you don't apply your sunscreen well, you're just wasting it. Your skin is not going to get the full benefit that it's supposed to get. So you have to apply enough sunscreen on your face. You have on your neck or your ears, any part of your face, your neck, and even on your body. If your body is going to be exposed, you can use a two-finger rule. I can use a three-finger rule. It all depends on the sunscreen. If the sunscreen comes heavy or very thick, so two-finger rule should be fine. But if it comes really very watery, not really very watery, like watery, not too watery, but in between thick and watery, so you can do three-finger rules. And when you're applying, make sure to wash your hand. Make sure to dry your face, any excess oil or sweat that your face might have, and apply same measurement when that you applied in the morning. Second one is when we don't reapply. Sunscreen lasts about 2 hours after you have applied it. So that's why you need to reapply every 2 hours. And if you have problem with the price, what you can do is go for a sunscreen that you can afford to repurchase when you run out. So you can use the right amount of sunscreen and not trying to mice it because of how expensive it is. The higher the sunscreen does not mean the higher the quality or the higher the protection. No, it's still going to give you the same protection La Roche-Posay sunscreen is still going to give you the same protection a Skin Aqua sunscreen is going to give you. It's not about the money, it's about the ingredient list that is in the sunscreen that you should be more concerned about when you are purchasing, not the amount. So if you 3,000 naira sunscreen you can afford to repurchase it, or when you run out, please just maintain 3,000 so that you can apply enough and not mising it because of how much they cost. The developed misconception out there that melanin skin do not need a sunscreen. That's not true. Which is melanin skin has more natural protection from the ultraviolet light and UV exposures, but you still have issue with hyperpigmentation and premature aging. That's the truth. So just wear sunscreen. Just wear sunscreen. Just wear sunscreen. But I cannot overemphasize sunscreen. See, if I have to wear sunscreen every 1 hour, I do not mind doing that. Honestly, I love my skin so much. I know what my skin went through. I know what sunscreen, what good skincare routine has actually done. I became serious with skincare when I was struggling with hormonal acne. So that is when I got into skincare. And when I started to, because there's still another narrative that people say that sunscreen makes them dark. That's not true. I actually said that when I started using sunscreen as well. Then my skin was going through hormonal imbalance. A lot of things were going on in my system. So before then, I was using the Skinel, Fombate on my face and whatever you have then that is not right for you to use. And during that process, I was getting dark. I didn't like the way my skin was looking, so I blamed it on the poor sunscreen. And it was not the sunscreen. It was not. This is your skin trying to bounce back to its original form or its original state before you shattered it with some chemicals out there. Sunscreen will never make your face dark unless the sunscreen is expired. Even some sunscreen has some brightening ingredients in them. So sunscreen will never darken you. Please, that narrative is wrong. And that misconception that melanin skin type does not need sunscreen, that is false. That is not true. Completely true. Also have to add that if you wear sunscreen every day, whether you are indoor, wear sunscreen, especially if you are by the window side. As I'm shooting now, I'm just by the window, I'm facing my window. So, but before now, I've actually applied a lot of sunscreen on my face already. If it's a glass window, it have a way of protecting you from the UVB and not the UV ray. So, essential for you to wear your sunscreen whether you are indoor, just in case. Unless your curtains are going to be closed, so that's okay for you not to wear. So the only days you can skip your sunscreen is when the weather is very dark, as in when it's very dark. But even on a cloudy day, wear your sunscreen. Even on a rainy day, wear your sunscreen. Anytime wear your sunscreen. The only time you can skip it is when you see it's really very dark. There's no how ultraviolet light is coming that very day. Because even on cloudy days, people get burnt on their cloudy days. Very important that people even know, have more insight about sunscreen, why they should wear sunscreen, the type of sunscreen we have, and misuse of sunscreens. Let me know in the comment section if you're using a sunscreen, what sunscreen you're using. And if you're not using yet, let me know why you don't want to use a sunscreen yet. And if you have problem with any sunscreen you're using, let me know as well. If you have any skin concern about sunscreen, let me know in the comment down below. And if you have any question, ask me in the comments. I'll be in the comments to answer any of your question. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye. Do have a good day. I love you guys. Mwah.